What is up, everybody? My name is Carnie, Hobo. Hope you're having a beautiful day today. Today I'm here to actually be interviewed by a very prestigious young fellow out here. He is from Australia, and he is a god tier, guys. And also, if you've been following this interviewing process, he's been making all the thumbnails. He actually made the layout for most of the thumbnail and the layout. So I'm proud to introduce my interviewer today, Mr. Bird.
Hello there, guys. I'm Burb, also known as the Flying Bird, one of the many GFX editors and analysts for the NPL. So, Carnie.
Yes.
You know what you remind me of?
What do I remind you of? Cheese?
Did you ever, no, have you ever watched, wrestling in, the last 5 years?
Not like the modern stuff, but sure.
Oh, okay. So there's this one guy called Adam and the Rosebuds. You remind me of that Carnie and his hobos. And Adam Rosebud's whole gimmick is that, he walks out, and there's about 30 guys just with a cheer squad, signs telling everyone how much he loves him. And then he gets into the ring, and then just flops. But instead of flopping, you shine. And that's you, Carnie. Is that true? Do you reckon that's you? Do you reckon that's you?
I reckon that could be me, if your analogy of me being bad but shining at being bad is good, then yeah, I like it a lot.
Mm-hmm. So, you're probably one of the few players to base their team name off a lacrosse team. What is the weirdest team besides the Vancouver Stealth Rocks that you've heard someone base their team off?
I've heard someone actually base their team off of an actual esports team before.
Wow.
Yeah, they were the, what was it? The Misfits Metachamps. And it was off an Overwatch team of the Misfits or whatever, and it was an EU team. And it's really weird. So, hey.
Keep it Carnie.
yeah, I'll keep it Vancouver stealth, like them rocks.
Yeah. So, going into the draft, you were picked yourself at number 9. Was it any strategy behind going at number 9, or?
It was, I didn't want to snipe people, and I felt like being in the middle, I could get the best of both worlds, seeing mons going so I can plan ahead more, and more of the thought process of, well, I know this mon's not gone now I know for sure I can pick up this, and things like that.
Yeah. So I think the one mon that everyone wants to hear your mindset about, because you did pick it quite early, because you're the only member to get Carnie tier mons, but Plusle. Apart from the fact there's no switch-ins, why Plusle so early?
Plusle, just because we had to draft Carnie tier mons by round 9. I really wanted to dedicate my first Carnie tier round to a mon that I've had a lot of experience with, because I do play a lot of lower tiers and stuff like that. Plusle has a really good move pool, and like I said, there's no switch-ins, but it has a decent speed tier, and it gets access to Nuzzle and stuff like that. So it's a really cool mon. Also, just it's Plusle. I had to pick it up early. It's a good god tier mon. I sound like a yes. Alright.
Sorry about that, my mom just walked in my room.
It's alright.
Yeah, it's alright, So, yeah, I definitely think that you could have waited for Plusle and got it Carnie tier. I think if from what I've seen and what I've heard people say, the Pidgeot pick, I think the Pidgeot pick, although it is a decent pick, would have been a lot better to have Plusle there and maybe get Dodrio around 9, for example.
Oh, well, you see, the Pidgeot pick, it's more of a really good. You see, I was just looking for a fast mon, and that's what the whole draft of my draft is going to be. It's more of me trying to get fast mons, me getting bulky mons, me getting the priority that I needed. And towards the end of the day, I only had a rabbit spinner, and I was really, really looking forward to a defogger that had a decent speed tier, and Pidgeot just fit that perfectly for hazard removal, and it can also kind of wall break after the wall's already broken, so it can pick off mons. That's what I kind of like about Pidgeot. And personally, me grabbing that round 12 was, it wasn't like a steal or anything like that, but it was a very good pick. At least personally, me thinking about that after getting it, because of it. Like I said, it's a decent speed tier. I outspeed base 100s, and if you take a mon like Garchomp, for example, Garchomp is a mon that is renownedly known for being really good going against the Pixie-mons and things like that, because it outspeeds Pixie-mons because it's base 102 speed. So Pidgeot's kind of the same way, and I can, hit things off the Heat Wave, or, if I need to run physical, I'll go Brave Bird, or, anything like that. I don't have to worry about Victini, so, yeah, kind of works out for me towards the end.
Yeah, I definitely can see that as a sort of thing. I think if you had to pick out one fault in your draft, one like major like flaw, if it's something too personal, don't reveal it. But like for me, I see you have a lot of weird speed tiers. So for example, you have Diggersby, which is 78, so it's on a base. It's faster than base 75s, but it's slower than base 80s. You have Nihilego, which is I think 103. I think.
Mm-hmm.
So it outguards Trump by 1. You then have Hydreigon, which is base 98. There's some weird Carnie speed tiers, if you would say so. So what do you feel is the weirdest, or your biggest flaw of your draft?
The biggest flaw of my draft is definitely not picking up Cradily sooner. I'm just gonna say it right now. It should have been my round 1 pick, but actually, in all honesty, my biggest flaw of my draft probably was me actually not really preparing ahead of a time. I had a lot of ideas that I was throwing around, such as picking up Heatran, Bulu, but obviously I went Bulu, Victini. Me not picking up Hazard Removal earlier in the draft, more as in like I could have picked up a Lottie when it came to my turn, but I didn't pick up a Lottie, or I didn't, pick up something that had more of a reliable hazard removal, was more that hindered me, because I have a thing where I'm kind of scared of almost everything in the back, always getting whittled down by hazards, because I play a lot of monotype, and that's what happens a lot. Mons, especially for monograss gets whittled down a lot by hazards, because prior to 6th gen, or during 6th gen times, only hazard removal was defog Shiftry for monograss, so it's more of a thing where I probably shoulda, woulda, coulda drafted more hazard removals, but that's where I feel like my team falls down.
Yeah, I mean, I think hazard removal is such a controversial topic in any league, because it's such a thing where if you only draft one hazard remover, so for example, if you draft only Mandibuzz, right?
Yes.
And that's your only hazard removal, and your opponent knows that each week you have to bring defog, you can hazard stack your opponent with no fear, because if you hazard stack them and they try to hazard stack you back, they're forced to defog, and if they don't defog, then they're going to ultimately lose the war of attrition. That's where I think
that's why I drafted a spinner and a defogger for that kind of scenario, with really good speed tiers. That's why.
Yeah, I just personally think, I don't know, like, I think Starmie can be a reliable spinner, but at the same time it is a pursuit trap fodder. And then Pidgeot as well, like, it can, I feel like, like, when you look at someone like, for example, your competition, for example, Zazzo's got the best defogger in the game, being Mew, in my opinion, at times. Although it can be pursuit trap, but at the same time has a lot of very heavy offensive presence. Gator taking Latios is another one. Gypsy taking Zapdos. Like, they're 3 really strong defoggers. Do you think you're going to prove people wrong? Like, people are going to sleep on Pidgeot? They're going to go in there thinking,
I'm going to tell you right now, Pidgeot is going to probably surprise a lot of people. Like how Stunfisk surprised a lot of people back in Season 5. Pidgeot's probably going to, surprise a lot of people here in Season 6, and it's going to show why Pidgeot is kind of viable.
Yeah. I think too, so you play, let me just double check for the fans at home. you play. Where's the hobos? So you play Mama Jolt round 1.
Yes, I do.
How do you feel about playing the mum?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you right now. Freaking Jolt is nothing. Okay, he thinks he's the better, basically better Canadian team in this league, but that is not the deal. Okay, I am the superior Canadian team, and week 1 we're gonna show off why I am. Okay, he doesn't have a Plusle switch, and Gastrodon, whatever, get grass knotted, okay? I don't care. Maybe Spadef Mega Lopunny might be able to take one, but that's about it. And, let's just be honest here. Going into week 1, I'm actually kind of, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be a little bit on my toes, because it is a new generation, and some of these mechanics are not the most fresh in my mind, such as, dark types can't get hit by Prankster or anything like that. But when it comes down to it, as long as I can play how I know I can play and not choke, Jolt, he's going to be catching this L week 1.
Jolt has been known talking about a lot of trash, talking about what is your Mega Low Bunny switch in? Is Plusle the better fake out user in this matchup?
Plusle is not going to be the better fake out user, but he is the better Nuzzle user. Just going to say that right now. He's the better utility mon in this matchup.
That's definitely some interesting insight there, because, I think in the NPL, I think the person who can talk the most trash often loses. And, you haven't been talking much, so, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see.
So now onto the random ask question we get to ask. I don't know if we're allowed to talk about this publicly yet, but there is rumors floating around that you're currently the head developer on a special league format showdown server.
Yeah. That might be coming soon, maybe, potentially, I don't know. No comment, I guess.
No comment.
No comment.
But so you obviously work, dabble a bit in coding. I've got a question. How does Pokemon compare to coding for you? Do you like coding? Is there any particular field of coding that really sticks out to you, or anything that really just intrigues you about coding?
It's more of the process of I can do anything if I set my mind to it, and that's how coding is. You can almost do almost anything you want to. With some limitation with hardware or whatever, but basically if you have the skill set and the time, you can almost do anything with coding. And that's how I kind of look out for my Pokemon games, is if I can believe that I can win, I'm gonna win. And that's what's up. That's why I am Carnie. That's why I'm the Carnie Hobo. That's why the Hobo Nation is great. The Carnie Nation is beautiful. It's because if we put our minds to something, we'll get it done, and our minds are limitless.
Yeah. Wow, that's really interesting. I think coding is a forgotten art. Everyone wants to play a game, but no one respects how much time and effort goes in behind the scenes.
Oh yeah, it takes forever.
Just like doing graphics.
Yeah, I mean, chuckaroo, sonny boy. You and your graphic works. Bon appetit is bon perfect now. Perfect.
Yeah. It's definitely something that I take a lot of pride in, and I hope that people are enjoying it, because I don't know, they take a lot of time, but I think much like yourself, I hold myself up to a very high standard, and it doesn't matter if people enjoy them, but it doesn't matter so much how much I enjoy them, but it's more the reception I get from others.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you're the same, but that's how I write. I could make I could draw the Mona Lisa, for example. But if I showed it to Carnie, and Carnie's I don't like it. I'd be like, oh shit, what a piece of that. Throw it in the bin.
I mean, I'm just saying, if it's not something I like, I'll be upfront with you about it. That's how I've been raised. That's how I am.
Is that all? Is that I'm going to ask you, or do I miss anything?
I mean, you still have
Oh yeah.
yeah.
So, why are you going to be this season of the NPL? Why is the Vancouver Stealth Rocks going to be led by our infamous leader, Carnie Hobo, going to win the NPL Season 6 championship?
Let's start off by saying this. I personally am not going to win this. No, I personally will not be winning this, but if the team goes to playoffs and if the team wins the championship, it's not because of me. It's because of everyone that has supported me and the Carnie Nation and everybody else that is part of this league, that has supported me, that has looked in the face of the earth and said, you know what, Carnie? You may like drafting Cradilly, but you did it good, son, and that's basically what's going to happen, okay? I'm not going to win it personally, but us as a community, as the Vancouver Stealth Rock Nation, will win this because we have the mindset, we have the skills, we have the power and strength and will to beat anyone that comes in our way.
Wow.
Wow. Yes, wow.
Wow. I'm going to say I didn't have to interview Trev. All it'd be for about 20 minutes is wow.
Yeah, that's about right. Alright, well, looks like we're going to be concluding this interview, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Sorry for being so awkward. I didn't have a running sheet.
It's alright. So, I want to thank everybody for watching this interview. Make sure to leave a like for every time the Vancouver Stealth Rocks are going to be winning. So, it looks like I'm going to go 12-0, hopefully. And then, let's leave also a like for my boy, Bird, the Flying Bird. The Flying Bird. Also, link to his channel will be in the description below if he does have a channel. If he doesn't, then I'll be awkward, but it's whatever. And definitely go check out my week 1 opponent, which is going to be Jolt. Check out his channel. Also, check out my channel for week 1 upload, and check out my channel for potential promo for week 1. Maybe. I don't know, depending on what time this goes up. But whatever. So, yeah, I believe that's going to be the end of it. But I like to call out real quick. I would like to call out my boy Carnie Mini. I want to thank him for telling me that Pidgeot was a horrible pick. And, yeah, until next time, my name is Carnie Hobo, and you just got the taste of the bird, and I'll see you guys next time.
Peace.